Hello everybody! Welcome to a pretty late stream, my bad. This week, so today we'll be resuming the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And then for the rest of the week we'll be having the regular IDV stream, and then the, Relink stream as well. Last we left off, we're defending Gina in trial. I'm almost certain she didn't do it. In fact, there are a number of suspicious people that could have done it. However, right now our first priority is making sure Gina doesn't get done in by two robbers currently standing before the witness stand. Let's get right to it. Hopefully my mic isn't too soft. Yeah, it's at 100% still. Let's continue! Let's go, go, go! Hello, Crunchy Tater Tots! Hope you're having a good evening. Alright. All of the evidence clearly points at points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocket teen. As a housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated. I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in the stereo, the truth will just pop out. You're talking about the photograph. This guy is not really talking about anything. If I have left it in there, I should think there'll be repercussions by now. Mind made up. Stop. Global radio transmission, a verdict to follow. Stop. Okay, none of these people really talked about it. In Motherland, we say never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced both brothers are innocent. They are not! They are not! I assure you! The circumstances of the crime and evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively. The storeroom locked from the inside, in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. Oh, juror number 4 is extremely in his own world right now. Oh, absolutely. Bro is concerned about something. And in the accused's hand, the fatal revolver, the firing of which was heard by these witnesses. Not to mention this print. Yeah, this print is really doing her in right now, even though we know for a fact she didn't do it. Gina, what were you doing? Ticket from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. That young girl's on the verge of pulling the valley trigger. Oh, poor Windabank. I really liked him. Thanks a lot, Mr. Sholmes. Oh dear. Willie's cameras were supposed to help, not hinder. I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you. Oh wow, I can't read. But Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windabank. Which means there's more to the situation that we've yet to see. Oh, absolutely. Agreed. You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination. Alright, I guess we could start by pressing... Doesn't hurt to press in order. Oh, you can see the guys behind us. There's Gregson, too. Francis rebuttal. Okay, clearly points... Okay, let me check what evidence we have, because I kind of forgot. Pawnbroker's ticket, presentation papers, there's this one. Blood sample, story manuscript, case notes, today's paper, autopsy, Windabank's gun, Smoking Mother's gun, photograph. Okay. Okay. Hey, juror 4. What do you got? What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that. Ah, so sorry. As you could probably tell, I'm a surgeon. A surgeon? That totally passed me by. You are? That's such a mood. I have the worst habit of starting a case and putting Ace Attorney down for slightly too long. Oh, absolutely. Just gotta have a quick refresher as to what we're dealing with here. Of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh no! Even though me and my kind are at the forefront of medical science, the real brain is in the field. So, what is it that you think you've left behind? Oh, well, that's a little embarrassing to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing, we went in through the abdomen. When I'd finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere. That's not good! I hope you didn't lose it in them. What? Did he? Surely not. Exactly. Surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? That's what's been troubling me this whole time. Could I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't. I hope you didn't. So, there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really. That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter. That's exactly my concern. And seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up, I need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you could be without being sure. I'm sure you need to be more sure. That's all the guy has to say? Really? Oh, who do I... Medical malpractice being admitted in front of the judge and the prosecutor. Good luck, juror 4. Yeah, poor guy. Admitted to his crimes just right on stage. I want to press you, though. You are suspicious. We saw you in Chapter 2. That is the wrong button. Oops.
Hold it!
Please tell me you're not Violent Bolshevik. The Russian revolutionary. Revolutionary? Uh-oh. Ah, I believe there is such a rumor. It's just a rumor? As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like vicious criminal. Your words, not mine. Just want to put that out. People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat. And which glove fits? Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. He's avoiding the question. That's not good. Yeah. Right. That didn't sound staged at all. You'll forgive me for having my doubts. To be treated like vicious criminal all the time. It is very painful. People do not realize. So I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look. Except they are, though. They're thieves. Like literal, there are literal criminals. The Skulkin brothers. Yeah, maybe they went inside pawnbroker's shop. But they have done nothing wrong. That is all I want to... Are you sure? The Skulkin brothers did nothing wrong that night. Alright, well first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris. What is it, Bruno? The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London town, aren't they? Yes! It's amazing, isn't it? In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary? Yeah, how is this guy here? I wish I knew. If it is that guy, he would have came on the boat around the same time as us, I think. But I can't change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors. The trial will be over. Alright. Well, we know that Ginny would never shoot anyone. Yes, so we need to find contradictions in what these jurors are saying and pit them against each other. Alright. Alright, who could we press here? What do you mean by that? Polishing the bench, I see. Again. This lady has been getting picked quite a bit. I feel like she's been in the courtroom for like half of the trials we've overseen. A maid's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores? On my way to market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of beggars, pickpurses, and crossmen, the scum of the earth. I gotta survive somehow. A little harsh, perhaps? Let me be plain. If it were up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span or eradicated. At least we have people like the great detective working to achieve these important goals. You're referring to Mr. Sherlock Holmes? That's right. I want to keep abreast of his exploits by reading Rance magazine in between my duties. He does wonders, cleaning up London's streets. In my opinion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital. Huh. Mr. Sholmes, a maid? It's really quite unforgivable. Gutter scrub having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective. Minor detail. It was the brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Sholmes, not the defendant. A minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Girl, you are a housemaid. You are one spot on the floor away from being in the East End. Have some solidarity. No, you're so right. Why is she so classist? Yes, alright. I shall amend my statement. Oh, okay. She's so real. No, she is not. Okay, oh wait. So we pit her with this guy, I think? Because this specifically mentions the brothers. Although I probably should have...
Objection!
These two statements clearly contradict each other. Well, the music stopped, so he must have been correct. Good lord. Counsel, explain yourself. Oh my statement? Contradictory. Contradict. C-O-N. Juror number 6. You've got the wrong end of the stick. I do not have stick. I have mouse. Oh, look at him go. As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skulkin brothers fled the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver. Yes, they shot poor Mr. Sholmes in the abdomen. I understand. Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear. Alright, bro. Abdomen. Abdomen. A-B-D. Sir? Sorry. My English is still learning. Oh. You are telling the court you didn't hear. Forgive me. I did not hear. Okay, you weren't listening? Bro. Ah, here is word. Abdomen. Part of person's belly containing stomach and other vital organs. If this is what you mean, you should say in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker. We did? You thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again? Mouse! Wait, can I... No! I want to see the mouse! I want to see the mouse! No! Oh, travesty. I can't see the mouse. You are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? Yes, they were. They said before, we never done nothing. The truth is, they shot detective. Ah, this is double negative. Yes, that's exactly right. No! Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by person who looks like criminal. Let us see the baby Ace Attorney menu. Yes, let us see the baby! Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced. This means, when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also a big fat lie. Oh, okay, we gotta use that in something probably. Is this true? Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so... Enough! I trust no one now! It's not the mouse's fault though, sir. I must see with own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself! I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Yes, it is, Runo. Easily.
Huh? How? Sorry?
With the prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder.
Huh.
If you compare the print that pictures Ginny and the next print from half an hour later, they'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not. Cooey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Cooey? Tut. Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Alright, what's the one half an hour later? Following this, the victim and the accused were moved into the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulkin brothers entered the shop and summarily heard the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. This is the print produced by the camera half an hour later, after the brothers' fight. Was anything taken? I don't see a difference! I don't see a difference. We're gonna have to compare them back to back.
As far as I can tell,
Oh, there we go.
nothing has been taken.
It does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print. So the brothers who look like criminals only told one lie. They shot a man, but they stole nothing. It would seem so, yes. Good.
No, not good, yeah.
You are right. I did not understood situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial.
Hell yeah, let's go!
Thank you, strange mouse guy.
Yay, well done, Bruno. The balance is shifting.
We just gotta do that 3 more times. Well, it's a start, I suppose. But there must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. And if I can do that, we might just turn the situation to our favor still. Thank you, Counsel. Continue with the summation examination. Okay. You kindly hand that new photographic print to the bailiff to be filed as evidence. Alright, here we go. Another print in the court record. I wonder if we can make use of that. Let's examine it right now. Are there any immediate differences? I wish I could, like, flip through these really quickly, like, back to back. I think the summation examinations are so fun, honestly. I love the jury aspect in this game. Oh, yeah! It reminds me of how they did trials in Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, where they had multiple people on the witness stand at once and you had to cross-examine both people, basically. Or like if they were saying any inconsistencies, then you could call out the other person if they reacted. It's fun. I like that game and I like this game. Is there something about this? Is there something different about this photo that I'm not catching? Because it looks different in the preview. It looks shifted. Yeah, the objects on the counter are shifted over. Yeah, the objects are shifted over. Okay. Oh, is this a stereoscope thing? Can we press you about it? Hey, can we use your thing? Well... Oh, not yet. I haven't played Professor Wright and Phoenix Wright. I hope they port it to complete the AA Switch collection. I hope they do. Oh, I don't know how they're gonna do a Professor Layton game on Switch though. I know they have a new one releasing, like they announced it, but I feel like the DS is such a, like the second screen on the DS is such an integral part of the game series that I just don't know how they're gonna do it. Okay, let's press you. What do you mean? Look at the photograph in stereo. Sorry, what? Don't you know? If you look at the photographic print normally, it looks as though the pickpocket girl is about to shoot the victim, obviously.
Objection!
But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun. All I'm saying is that if you look at the same print in stereo, it could reveal all sorts of new information. By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes? Oh, how did you know? Well, you've got the whole setup on you, buddy. Oh, what a lucky guess. It never gets old, seeing the two prints merge into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary. Oh god, English is hard. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. Oh god. It's extraordinary. It's captivating. It's the height of modernity. Of course. Oh yes, I think you'll find that the stereoscope is here to stay, giving us new perspectives we could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen. If only if they could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you. Okay. I think the only lady we haven't pressed is this lady. Let's press her.
Hold it!
Hello, what's up? Sorry, radio transmission? What do you mean? Are you from the Far East? Stop. Yes, from the Empire of Japan. All communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal Mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey.
Ah, but now we have the electric telegram, so we can send messages using electrical signals. Thousands of miles of cables have been laid along the ocean beds, connecting the entire world.
Thousands of miles of cable? On the ocean bed? Makes my head hurt just thinking about it. You're well informed, young lady.
Hehe.
I love Iris. But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop. And just when I was starting to catch up. Radio transmission is the future. Stop. Messages carried over airwaves to four corners of globe. Stop. Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop. Right. Try not to wear out your fingers. Era wireless telegraphy. Stop. Driving technological revolution. Stop. And people say inventions like the stereoscope are the height of technology. What other playful? Are you gonna say anything about this? Not yet, huh? I can't understand it. I really can't. They're just silly toys. Oh, there we go. I was just a sentence early. Oh, he's got beef!
Excuse me!
Jury number 3. Sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but... Sorry to... What? Do you perhaps have something to say about juror number 5's last remark? As if I couldn't guess. Oh, you bet I do! Say that again! Go on! I dare you! She is going to. Goodness, are you talking to me? I think he might just be, yes. You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you? Huh? Absolutely. I mean, really, a machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions. Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3 dimensions! No, she's so real. What a great way to appease the man. No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all. Uh-oh. You just don't know! Pardon? Yonosuke is so messy right now by encouraging this beef. Well, he's got a job to do, and if he gets it done by stirring up beef, then let the man cook. I think you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously going to have to demonstrate. Oh, what sort of possibilities? Well, take a crime scene for example. If you had a pair of photographs of a crime scene that could view through a stereoscope, you could reveal hidden clues you'd never even noticed before. What?
Have you got any, Runo?
Oh, we do! We do from the previous, pit! Absolutely! How about this print here? It should do the trick, I think. I'm not just letting him cook, I'm giving him free reign of the kitchen. Oh, he's about to stir up a delicious meal. Which one do I... This one?
Take that!
Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints? Of course I can! Very well then, I'd like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all. Alright, it didn't matter which one we did first.
Take that!
Alright, these 2 prints were both taken with the same camera and window base on the night in question. Yes, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. Do you know how stereographic images work? Do you understand the principle? Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday. The left and right eye images need to be the same, only with a slight shift in positions of some objects. Then, then, when your brain merges the two images together inside your head, it notices the shift as if it were depth. Yes, exactly.
Oh! It's that small shift between certain objects in the two pictures that's really important.
So, what happens if you use two photographs that are exactly the same then? No, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene three-dimensionally, anyway.
Oh! Oh! Of course! Now I see!
Huh, I think the young lady has discovered the secret!
I have!
Oh, she crossed her eyes! Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me?
Have another look at these two pictures from Hurley's camera, Bruno. Go on!
Yeah, they're slightly shifted.
Can you see that there's a really obvious difference between them?
The objects on the table are shifted. Of course there is. There are two people in the first and no people in the second. Ryunosuke, not that difference.
Oh yes, you can see that straight away. But now, try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions.
Right, I'll give it a go. So to start with, you have to cross your eyes and then try to make the two pictures overlap exactly. I can't do this. I don't know, I can't do that. My body is physically inept. Thanks, Ryunosuke, but I can't. Let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the quill pens from each other overlap in the middle. Wait.
Well, did you manage to see it properly, Bruno?
No, not really. Not really. Iris, you're gonna have to cut me some slack here. It's the objects in the back, though. The objects in the back are shifted. Oh, I didn't see. But it was the back objects. I'll go with yes, I saw it. Ah! What's going on with these two pictures? Yeah. Some of the things on the counter they just sort of jump out at you. They're all doing. Oh, Ben Zeeks is not entertaining this farce. Yes, that's it, you see. That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes. Other amazing power? Is someone going to explain this black magic, eh? What the deuce did some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that, I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question. Basic principles of the stereoscope? Yeah, Van Zeeks is too classy. He has too much pride. He's not going to entertain. As I said before, if you try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's the slight shift in the positions of certain objects that lets you see the pictures three-dimensionally. In other words. Yeah. Even though at first glance it seems that objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, it shows that actually, there must have been a slight shift in their positions.
Yes, there must have been.
Ooh. Now what do we do about this information? Now hold fire there, sir. Got a reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I'd say. Why the devil does this shift between the two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master. Huh? Me? I haven't the first idea!
You know, Bruno, it's quite simple.
It is? Wait, is it? Is there something I'm not getting?
Just think it through step by step.
I mean, it has to be that the camera shifted it's either the camera shifted slightly, or that whole entire shelf shifted.
The first photograph was taken at 1:30 a.m. or 1 a.m. Then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken. But the position of some items on the counter appears to have shifted slightly in the interim. So that means, the brothers did steal something, didn't they? That means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter. Zookers! Someone tampered! New information! Stop! Not mentioned in testimony so far! Stop! Yes. We've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems. But I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in this summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear.
We note that the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom? Are you suggesting you might know? Yes, I do. Of course. I can tell you right now who is responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. It's got to be the brothers, right? Like, absolutely has to be. Hang on, I'm saving. It's gotta be the brothers. Although, I don't know which one.
Take that!
It was the witnesses currently in the stand, the Skulkin brothers. There we go. Wait, this does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. Yeah, it doesn't. They said they did not even have time to pull dukes from Lucy Lockets. My phrasebook says that dukes is meaning hands, and Lucy Lockets is meaning pockets. But this is another lie? Is this what you are saying? Yeah, that's what we're saying! Yes, I'm afraid so. Now hold on a minute. You can't be sure of that. I can. I quite agree. The accused is a common pick purse after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal. Nah, I think that's unlikely. And why exactly? As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, that she was coercing Mr. Windibank to open the storeroom door. In other words, Miss Lestrade's entrance lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing! The Skulkin brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony! Hell yeah! But the accused, there's a pick purse! Come and gutter trash! Why look further for the wrongdoer here? Well, there's other criminals we should be pursuing, lady! Because the Skulkin brothers are thieves, madame? No better, in fact worse than a pit purse. Get her! Get her! I believe that these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on the grounds that she is a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize testimony given against her by two thieves? Yo! Let him cook! Well said. I, for one, would like to hear more from that shady pair. Let's go! What is he doing? Can you all see now? I think you'll find stereoscopes aren't playthings. You've seen their extraordinary potential firsthand. Yeah, go Ryunosuke, go! You made a man headbutt the table. Wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Must purchase after trial. Stop. We'll return home via Regent Street. Stop. Oh, and you convinced her to stop trashing on it too. Let's go! Well, it would seem this trial has yet to run its course. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. I hereby call this summation examination to conclusion with the balance altered in the defendant's favor. 2 lean to guilty, 4 lean to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus. And I order to this trial to continue. Yeah!
Hey, well done! Oh, by the way,
What?
you should hold on to this, Runo. You never know when it might come useful.
Oh! Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely, but alright. Chekhov's gun, as they would say. Lord Van Zeeks. You will instruct the witnesses that the court demands additional testimony from them. I'm sure it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord. Let's go! Let's go! Take that! I've earned myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at least. But I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent. Let's go! Do 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 do. To be continued. Do 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 do. Alright, yeah, let's save. Let's save after that. And I'm also gonna take a sip of water. let's keep going. Alright, guys. Order, please. Let us resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand. Alright, hi there, guys! Hello, Gregson. Poor guy. I presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination. Oh, yeah, Governor.
I did, Gov! I did!
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Oh, blimey! I love these two. This is going to be hard work. Earlier this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Windibanks. Well, it was Bedlam soon as, weren't it?
It was, Nosh, it was. Didn't even have time to pull me dukes out of me Lucy Lockets.
However, that was a lie. You brothers. It feels so nice to see Ryunosuke slap the table with confidence. Oh, blimey! The night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. We never done nothing of the sort. How'd you figure that out? You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time you will tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. Alright, Vansix. And gentlemen, we may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. We stand a confident defense attorney. Oh, absolutely! A thought worth pondering, perhaps.
Say no more, Gov. We hear ya. We'll blab. We'll speak. We'll preach.
Well, it was Peach, but same thing. Alright, what you guys got? Illegal entry, the whole truth. Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't ruffling for nothing.
It was when we heard the gunshot, see? Made us both jump and all the stuff went flying.
Not really. Mommy didn't give me half a fright. We was thinking the shooter'd come out of the door and get us next.
We stuck everything back where we found it and scampered straight into him in the black.
We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had the chance, did we? I'm such a Van Zeeks apologist, though. I love him so much. We've only seen him a couple of times. I don't know. I haven't warmed up to him yet, like I've warmed up to Edgeworth over the course of, like, the original Ace Attorney. We'll see, though. Perhaps. So you admit to the defense's accusation. You did indeed ransack Mr. Windibank's countertop on the night in question. Not ransack, Governor, no.
That's right, Nash. That's right.
It's more like we tidied up. Yeah, you tidied up with, like, a couple of things missing. You know. Oh, he's so done with them! Sorry. By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshots, having first made good their mess. The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all.
We don't, Nash, we don't. Can you make us sound a bit more cutthroat?
I think that would make you guys worse. I think I'm just a sucker for the prosecutors. Oh god, I'm so bad at English. I'm just a sucker for prosecutors. I see them for less than one court case and I'm like, yeah, this is my new Blorbo now. I mean, that goes for a couple of the prosecutors. Like, I really like, Francisca. Did I even pronounce that right? I don't even know. Oh god. I also really like Black Quill. Like, I don't know. Van Zeeks hasn't warmed up to me quite just yet. He's not like Skrunkly status just yet. It can't be coincidence that these men showed up at Windibanks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. I love that it pans over to Gregson too, as if he's part of this mess. I'm sorry, Gregson. Alright, illegal entry. Alright. Alright, we did knock over a few things over, but we've been rifling for nothing. Was when we heard the gunshot. See, made us both jump and all that stuff went flying. Are you sure? I want to ask you about that. So what you're saying is, the sound of the gunshot shot you so much you knocked all those things off the counter. Well, it shocked one of us that much, yeah. This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep his shirt on. Look, it was loud, alright? Blimey, me dead granny would have opened up at that bang. Big Grub here screamed like a bloomin' baby and fell over on the counter. Huh. If that's the case, then why didn't we hear it when we were, like, you know, just a couple of blocks over? He knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull and whatnot. I got tangled in some marionette. What knocked over a picture frame? What knocked over them scales on the floor? He really mastered working quietly then. Oh, racket! Granny would have been scared back into her grave at a clatter like that. So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise. And then some. I mean, it was quiet as a mouse and then some. Oh! Hey, Gregson, what you got? Look at him go!
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I love Francisco so much. I haven't met Black Quill yet, but I'm working through the Apollo Justice trilogy right now, so I'm sure I'll add him to my Blurple chart soon. Oh, you will. There's a couple of characters that you will. Absolutely. Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. No, something to add about their testimony. You seem to react just now at what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something? What you got, Gregson? It's probably nothing, but of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, only... Well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? Yeah, Gregson! As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night. The statement they gave then told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. Oh, rat it out! Did it? You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot. Might have, guy. Might have. Does ring a bell now that you mention it. Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still. I can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a little sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas? If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them. Hell yeah, you go, Judge! Easy, easy. Look at it right this time. That's it. Yep, it's all coming back to me now, is it now? Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds, sirs. Right you are. Go. Alright, guys, what do you have to add? Your voice yelling out, give me that gun. Give me that gun. Well, the voice was holding a gun, so he... No! That's incorrect! That's just plain incorrect, right? I should just straight up present? Yeah, I should just present. That's just straight up incorrect.
Objection!
You're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windibank, was wielding a gun, is that correct? That's it, Gov? You've got the picture? Yes, that she has. No question. And yet the photographic evidence from the time of the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windibank was not in possession of a firearm in any description.
Objection!
You surprise me. Does the defense really intend to highlight evidence that compromises the position of the accused even more? Hang on, let us cook! We'll get to there, Van Zeeks! Ah. Furthermore, the defense has failed to establish the photographic print presented was taken a suitably short time prior to the victim's death. Your chronology is severely lacking, counsel. Oh, shut your trap! Yeah, that's right. Too right, Nash, too right. The old geezer could have Been about to turn the tables on the girl, eh? Hardly likely. No, I'm afraid this won't stand as conclusive evidence. Oh, continue with the cross-examination, counsel. And heed my earlier warnings, witness. A skulkin's never skulkin'. Okay. So, what is it about that, then? You saying that Mr. Windibank had a gun in his hands? Oh yeah, bet that was a sign, eh? Them two waving at them guns at each other. Must have got pretty heated. I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't want to get shot." Didn't really sound like he meant to mind. More of an empty threat, you could say. Mr. Windibank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. Yeah, his own head, more like. That someone being himself, of course. All right. Good grief! Extraordinary devotion, if alarmingly misguided. Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger on the other night. Only the person he was gonna shoot beat him to it. Cooked his goose proper. Bet he wished he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun!" And it was directly after those words you heard the gunshot. It was more or less the same time, Gov. Give me that gun! Bam! Oh, I like these guys. Kind of thing. Yes, a career in acting, very tragically missed. Then we heard the sound of someone hitting the desk, before everything went dead quiet. After that, we done a slapdash job tidying the place up. Did you now? Considering next service shooting. Okay. No, this is incorrect though. This is incorrect though. And I don't know what else to... I guess, hang on. This is incorrect. Like, this has to be absolutely incorrect. Oh, it looks back. I didn't even see. They'll be skulking by the time the defense is through with them. Oh, absolutely. What did I do here? That is absolutely incorrect. Oh, he died on his back. I guess if, like... if he was holding a gun and he was threatening to shoot, then he would have been facing her, and so he wouldn't be dead on his back, I guess. Yeah, he got shot in the back. An upper half of victim's back. From the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. It's gotta be this. Or like, yeah, it's gotta be autopsy report instead. Because, because if he was facing her, then he would have been shot, like, in the chest, and also he would have been falling, like, face forward instead. Instead, he got shot in the back, so I think... maybe? I don't know. But, like, that is incorrect, though. He only has one gun. I don't know if this is correct, though. I'm gonna save. This has to be correct, though. Because, like, I think everything else we can't really suck everything back where we found it and scamper straight into him in the black. Then I shot the pawnbroker. See, we never even had a chance, did we? Let's go back to this and present the autopsy report then.
Objection!
Uh-oh. Piece of evidence? No, okay, hang on. I'm doing a little, sorry, counsel, but I failed to see the connection. So, could you kindly desist from that wide-eyed, panic-stricken look you are wont to wear? I'm sorry, Judge! I'm sorry. I don't want to ruin my perfect record. That's odd though. In a gun shop, we heard a voice yelling, "Give me that gun."
Hold it!
I guess press this first. So in fact, you heard a voice in the gunshot almost simultaneously.
We did, go, we did!
Although, I suppose if you're being honest, you heard a kind of wavering voice before the yell and all. If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun! Bam! Kind of thing. We're enacting tragically missed. And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? Of course we could. From the other side of that door behind the counter it was. From the storeroom, where the victim was found dead. And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Windibank. On the Granny's life! Of course it was! Look at them, they've got poses. On his Granny's life! Of course it was! So, that would mean that you both knew Mr. Windibank and the sound of his voice. So that would mean what? What, Nash? What? Any ideas? Yes, Counsel. Indeed it would. Oh, they had already scattered out the place, huh? Nah. We didn't know the geezer. How am I supposed to deny it when that bloke and all the fancy club is giving us the evil eye? Oh, he has had enough! If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true. On me Granny's life, it is. On his Granny's life, it must be. It's a good job his Granny's dead. Oh, to summarize then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then heard the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor. You make it sound like we're clumsy. Don't forget we tied it up after like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it. Okay, the bloke owned the place and was holding a gun, so you should have fired it instead of yelling at the girl.
Hold it!
Let's press that then. Maybe I have to press it and then present. I was saying that Mr. Windibank had a gun in his hands? Oh yeah, bet that was his side, eh? The duel waving them guns at each other. Must have got pretty heated. I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't want to get shot." Didn't really sound like he meant it, mind. More like an empty threat, you could say. Mr. Windibank, someone being himself, of course. Misguided. Quick excuse proper. Give me that gun. Okay, quick gunshot. Same time, dog. Give me that gun. Pow! See, the way they're acting at, it's as if he's getting shot from the front. Yeah, it's a Korean acting, very tragically missed. That was before everything went quiet. After that, tidy place. It has to be that. Oh, I guess I have to, I shouldn't be presenting the photograph. I should be presenting the photograph of him being on the floor dead, because he doesn't have a gun here. I guess. We'll have a photograph of Gina.
Objection!
This one. Here we go. So you're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windibank, was wielding a gun, is that correct? Yes, right, Gov? You got the picture. Yes, Dash, yes. No question. And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windibank was not holding a firearm of any description. Eh? You what? Go on, Bennett! That ain't right!
Objection!
Oh. There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Windibank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as a murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand. Oh, they're having a staring battle. Yeah, that mole told her to use the victim's own gun to finish him off. Give me that gun. Bam! Kind of thing.
Hold it!
Hold it! Stay where you are. Right there. Eh? If the crime had taken place as you've so colorfully described in your testimony, it would give rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out. Yeah! Okay, this is where we... Okay. Autopsy report. This is where we put it. Goodness, are you sure, Counsel? You intrigue me, my learned friend. Let's see some evidence to support your claim. Where's the proof that there demonstrates this inconsistency in the witness's portrayal of the victim's final moments? Autopsy report! Autopsy! Take that! These two should have went into theater instead of thieving? Yeah, they should have. According to their testimony, the witnesses claim to have heard a sound of "Gimme that gun" followed by the gunshot. Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've led to believe. Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. Ah. Guys, you have some explaining to do. So as I said before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. Skulkin. Yeah, get knocked off kilter! But, it's the God's honest truth! It is, Dash, it is! When Weez was shot that night, the shopkeeper had a gun in his hand. Weasel with his arm blown in the eyes. Did I hear you just now? You actually saw Mr. Winterbank holding a gun? Something like that might have slipped out. Oh, okay. So he had it. Yeah. So this is exactly what happened. So Mr. Winterbank took the gun from Gina, because presumably these guys are stealing from the shop, right? Or at least there was another person with them. Mr. Winterbank takes the gun, tries to protect both himself and Gina, ends up getting killed. Then Gina takes the gun as self-defense and then passes out. Ladies and gentlemen, you have all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw with their own eyes the victim wielding a gun, which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person. Yeah. Nash, Ah, there you go. Alright. Order! Witnesses, explain yourself at once! Well, the thing is, it weren't supposed to, Uh-oh, Van Zeeks. It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witnesses would be the death of you. Am I to understand that you replace the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies? I'm ever so sorry, Governor. Truth is, we, Cut it out, Dash! Cut it out! Please let know, you know what'll do to us? He? Who are they talking about? Oh, he? Hey, remember who else had a gun in this chapter? You know, the guy that's suspiciously still in our record, Eggard Benedict? Let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will talk. There is no other option available to you. Ralph, come on! The game's up! But you'll have our guts for garters! In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out! Yeah! Alright. On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place. Well... Do we have to? On pain of death. I suggest you make yourselves fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth. Alright, what you got? Counter with the victim. Alright, so we just got inside the gaff and heaved a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mug. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we had it. Oh no, geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. He chuckled me over the counter. I pulled me gun on him and then he legged it through that door in the back room. We never had nothing to do with killing him. That's all what happened, I swear. Huh. That felt more sporadic. They're losing it. So you're now telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop. Well, yeah. Sorry. Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably. But honest, Governor, this time, Nash, we ain't got nothing more to hide. Alright, very well. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. Alright, let's see what we got to dissect here. Alright, okay, so we just got inside the gaff and gave a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mug. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we had it. For an old geezer, the book was a strong enough mug, so chucked me over the corner. Or counter. Pulled me gun on him, and then he legged it through that door into the back room. We never had nothing to do with killing him. That's all what happened, I swear. Okay. So that's all these brothers are willing to reveal this time, huh?
They're still hiding something, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? Yes, I'm sure of it. Not just a minor detail either.
It was almost certainly because of what these two that poor Mr. Windabank is, well, you can't let him get away with it, Rudo.
That I won't, Iris. I know. I don't have the feeling. If there's even less evidence at my disposal this time to prove that they did.
We've come so far. Now it's time to finish them off.
Well, I'll do my best. Okay, so what really needs pressing? Relief. He's just showing his mug. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we'd had it. An old geezer chucked me out of the counter. Pulled the gun on him and they legged it through that door into the back room. Never had nothing to kill him. Okay, let's press this. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? You say you had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all! Nothing, God, nothing! The old geezer went and shot himself in the back room, didn't he? Locked it was, from the inside! We know it was, because we tried to open it. But it's a decent door, that one. Good and strong. Wouldn't budge an inch. So in the end, the situation remains unchanged. No, it isn't! Inside the storeroom with the pawnbroker, there was only one other person. The sole person who would possibly have shot the victim, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade. It would indeed appear so. What say you to that, counsel? I don't know. Was there anyone else apart from Gina who could have possibly shot Mr. Windabank? Yes! 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 We don't have proof, though! I don't have proof that he existed! I don't have any proof that he existed, though. I don't have any proof that this guy was here. But you know what? There could have been. Oh, they could have shot him from, like, the slot. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin? Eh? What? What does that look for? From the moment you admitted that you'd encountered the victims face to face that night, the course of this trial changed completely. It did? What is your point, my learned friend? The question we must answer is who could have shot Mr. Windabank? And it is the belief of the defense that the defendant is not the only possible answer at all. Ooh, that got them going. Hey, you have my attention? In that case, let us return to this plan of the premises. Yeah, he's collapsed in the direction of the door. If the slot on the door is shorter than him, if the slot on the door is shorter than him, then anyone peering inside would have had to tilt the gun up in order to shoot Mr. Windabank. Okay. The victim was killed in the storeroom, which was locked from the inside. Those are the facts. So pray, what other possible answer to the question of who shot the man could there be? Counsel, you must now provide answers to the court in respective 2 conundrums. 2, my lord? Twice as many chances to be right, maybe. Indeed. Namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim? And furthermore, where was the victim at the time? Oh, okay. Understood, my lord.
Are you alright, Bruno?
I'm not entirely sure, but there's one thing I am sure about. If I can prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened, it would change Gina's prospects hugely. Alright, so we're just opening up possibilities here. So now, time for some clarity. Show the court on this plan the answers to the questions posed by his lordship. Alright, yeah, so if you believe someone else could have killed the victim, indicate from where that person could have fired the gun. Alright, it could have been, like, here. Like, outside in front of the door. Windabank could have been in the same position even. But if the slot on the door is shorter than Windabank, then that rising trajectory on the shot, because they had to angle the gun, would make sense. It wasn't because they were shorter than Windabank, it was because they were forced into a position where the gun had to be shorter. So right here. The defense believes that the culprit would have shot the victim from this location here. And in answer to the second question, assuming the culprit fired from the location indicated, where was the victim at the time? Here.
Take that!
Shot him through the door. The culprit shot the victim from outside the storeroom. Continue. Mr. Windabank died instantly from a bullet wound in his back. Looking at the stain of blood on the storeroom floor, it doesn't appear that the body was moved after death, which tells us that he was almost certainly shot while he was in the storeroom. However, the crucial point is, where was the shooter when the fatal bullet was fired? Oh yeah, because if Windabank was, like, in his original position and he didn't move at all, then I think Gina would have a hard time shooting him from the back, behind him, in the storeroom. Like, if he was right next to the door to begin with. So you're adamant that the shot was fired from outside the storeroom? Well, according to the Skulkin brothers' earlier testimony, I pulled my gun on him and then he legged it through that door into the back room. And Mr. Windabank ran through the door. We have to assume that the door was open at the time. Oh, it was still open! It was at precisely that moment when the victim was fleeing for his life that these brothers had the perfect opportunity to shoot the man in the back once he was inside the storeroom. Oh yeah, these guys are still shorter than him.
Come to think of it, do you remember what the prosecutor said at the start of the trial?
Moving on to the findings of the Scotland Yard's coroner, his report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself.
Poor man. Shot while he was running as fast as he could to safety.
Of course! He would have been leaning forward as he was running away. Oh! His back was bent! Because his back was bent, the gun was shooting straight at him. Of course it would be a rising trajectory because his back is bent, and if it straightened up, then it would look like it was at an angle. That makes sense! So even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it would have entered his body on an upward trajectory.
So the culprit isn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Windabank.
I'm sure my learned friend can't have forgotten that the storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. Yeah, because she locked herself in to protect herself, you dumb, stupid idiot! You claim the victim was shot as he fled into the room. Do you also claim his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock? But, what if someone else locked the door? Yes, there is someone else who could have locked the door in the storeroom. Is that so? Vanzeeks, no offense, but you're dumb! In the scenario just described, the defense is assertion is that the victim was shot from outside the storeroom. In which case, who shut and locked the storeroom door from the inside? It was Gina!
Take that!
Obviously, the person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom at the time. The defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Objection!
Yeah, they forgot Gina existed, except for murder. That's absurd. No, it isn't. Use your brain, you dumb doo-doo head. You're suggesting that the accused deliberately engineered the seal of the room. Dude! She locked herself in to keep herself safe! Because there's active gunfire! For what possible reason? Such actions would only serve to tighten the noose around her neck. I am inclined to agree, I must say. Well, counsel? Ryunosuke, please tell me. Ryunosuke! Ryunosuke! Half-baked notions will have no place in my courtroom, counsel. Remember that, please.
But of course Ginny would have locked the door. It almost goes without saying, doesn't it?
It does? Fancies can be a little clueless as a treat. Yeah.
Well, if I was Ginny in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could.
Yeah, to protect herself! He was cooking and then he dropped the spatula. More like he dropped all of the ingredients on the floor. But, hey, 5-second rule, I guess.
I mean, those two burglars had just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they?
Oh, yes, obviously. Before the two brothers arrived, Miss Lestrade and Mr. Windermere were in the storeroom together. Now, I don't know what went on between them at the time, but at some point, Mr. Windermere must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom. Intruders, eh? That's us, bruh! If your theory is correct, that would leave the accused alone in the storeroom. Yes, it would. Then, probably only moments later, the victim fled back through the storeroom door, hoping to escape danger. Yeah, and then he died. And it sucks, because he was really good. I loved him. Hit in the back by the bullet, Mr. Windbank fell to the floor where he was, just inside the storeroom. And what we have to ask ourselves now is, what would the defendant have done in that moment? Ah, I see where you're going with this! Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Winderbank. As soon as that thought struck Miss Lestrade, she slammed the door shut and locked it. In order to save her own life!
Hold it!
Yeah, take that! Oh, that was the brothers. But I mean, we ain't the ones who done it! We ain't good, we ain't! You gotta believe us! I mean, come on, we'd never shoot no one! You had a gun at you! You shot us!
Objection!
That's blatantly untrue. I know for a fact that you would. Because before my very own eyes, you shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Yeah! There's only one logical conclusion here. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, your brothers had every opportunity to have been the true perpetrators of Mr. Winderbank's murder. Yeah, try to wrangle your way out of this one, guys. Where does this leave us? You mean to say it wasn't the pickpocket who shot the pawnbroker after all? Yeah, take that! I should have known it was those three brothers.
That was amazing, Runo! All the members of the jury seem to be firmly on your side now.
I know, first time ever, and probably the last.
Oh, I think you've done it. Surely they'll have to give a verdict of...
Uh-oh, Van Zeeks. Uh-oh, Van Zeeks. Van Zeeks, what are you doing? Stop! An admirable effort, my learned friend. What's this now? He's laughing? You find the situation amusing, Lord Van Zeeks. I myself find the defense's argument most persuasive. Oh, he's like, oh, you're forgetting one thing. The gun only shot once. Haha, you dumb, stupid idiot. I dare say. What is that word? How do you, first of all, what does that word mean? Second of all, how do you say that word? Chicanery? Such chicanery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation. But such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than inexcusable. That's another word I have no clue of that exists. pettifoggery here. What? The hypothesis you've put forward so ostensibly ostensibly creditably cannot and will not stand. Because, you see, it contains a fatal flaw. Is he making up words? Yeah, I think so too. I think he's just trying to sound smart. A fatal flaw? Do you mean to tell me that you're unaware of your logic's failing? I say, Lord Van Zeeks, might be an idea to explain this volley conjuring trick or whatever it is to the troops on the ground. He's so pretentious? Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? This man is so animated. The fatal flaw in my learned friend's argument is really simple to understand. Oh! Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets. Oh, yeah. By George, count bullets! Yeah, bullets to guns.
Oh dear. We noticed then.
Huh? What's everyone talking about? No escape, please! Counsel? Yes, sir! Tell the court, how many bullets were found at the scene of the crime? Two bullets. Correct. The first, which hit the victim in the back, ending his life, and the second, which struck the detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, on his arrival in the scene. Rise Vianovsky lawyer, he's trying his best, guys. He's trying his best. And also to avenge his dead friend, but he's trying his best. Indeed. The defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by the second bullet earlier in the proceedings. The bullet which injured Mr. Sholmes appears to have passed through his body to strike the calendar. How many years has he worked as a lawyer now? I think this is like his first year. It hasn't even been 6 months. He's been living in London for like 2.5 months. Your lordship's understanding is correct. Furthermore, we know that there are 2 firearms involved in the incidents. There could have been a third. There's a third person, I swear to God! A revolver belonging to the victim, Mr. Windabank, and the Skulkin brothers' revolver. The evidence shows that the single bullet was fired from each gun. Yes, indeed it does! A single bullet from each! Now then, my learned friend. What's up? There's the third gun, I swear there was a third gun! You yourself told the court only moments ago that these 2 brothers shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes right before your eyes. Yes, I did. Oh my goodness. I think you'll find. Yeah, there's. The math isn't mathing. Math isn't mathing, Naruhodo. And if the single bullet was fired from the brother's gun and hit Mr. Sholmes, then. Windabank was not shot by the same gun. Stop. Only 1 bullet. Stop. Exactly. Yes, this Nippony street performer presented an ostensibly credible argument. However, it was never anything more than a visionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny. Buddy! Just say that there was a third person! I swear to God, there was another person in this chapter with a gun! Order! Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging the dregs of this hollowed nectar into the public gallery. Lord Van Zeeks. But this court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Yeah, he's throwing glass. He's been throwing chalices at the candlestick next to him. He has like an infinite supply of these. That probably killed a young Victorian child. No. Despite her young years, she can regrettably no longer be described as a juvenile. No, the person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with criminal conduct. Uh-oh. Oh, did they find out about her stuff with McGilded? The truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question with lodestone intent. As we can see beyond doubt in this print, which depicts her threatening the victim with a murder weapon. Y'all, I think you guys are focusing too much on that. Oh, shit! He has it?! And I have here in my possession one more piece of evidence the prosecution wishes to present. That disc. I'll be taking whatever it is of Miss McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much.
No, don't! Don't give it to him! That's mine, that is! Mine!
I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to Miss Gilded has to be taken in as evidence now. Alright. Yes, the music box disc. Mr. McGilded's music box disc. The very day before the hateful murder of Mr. Windermere, the accused attempted to make off with this article, which clearly doesn't belong to her. And with none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, might I add, but by brute force and brazen impudence. Good gracious. Van Seeks, I hate you right now! Gina Lestrade didn't do anything! Make no mistake, any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. There are no depths to which this girl would not stoop if pushed, no crime she would not commit. Oh, I dislike the picture he's painting of her, especially considering we know her. The court forgets that fact at its peril. Y'all, can you stop? I see. I think it would be prudent to take this music box disc into evidence, counsel.
Hold it!
Oh! Oh! Van Zeeks, Oh, Inspector! What? Yes, Inspector. We had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service, and, I think it was agreed that the disc wouldn't be used as evidence. Oh! Uh-oh! There's something else going on behind the scenes! What's this all about? Why is the inspector acting strangely? That's the first time he's said anything to Van Zeeks at all. I am unaware of such meeting. But those were the instructions, right from the top! The government bigwigs were insistent! Yeah, Gregson with the call-out! What's Gregson up to? Inspector, I am the prosecutor, and I alone determine how to present my case. Your warning is noted. Thank you. Can we look at it? Not yet. Okay. It has to be entered first. Because there's blood on there that I wanna look at. The prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord. Yeah, Van Zeek says, screw you! Indeed. Bailiff? Alright, there we go. Prosecution established. Alright, hey, let's take a look at this real quick. Yeah, for McGilded. There's blood on here. Please, let me take a look at this.
Oh, Bruno, look! This is blood!
Yes, you're right. Just a small smear, but definitely blood. Actually, I feel as though I might have noticed that before.
Ah, then it's my time to shine again! I thought I'd be waiting forever! Alright, hold still with that disc, Bruno!
Can I get this done quickly, Iris?
In a flash!
Alright, what color is it? What color? What color? Green. It's Sherlock's? Oh, no, it's not Sherlock's.
Oh, a lovely bright shade again!
The color. What is it? It's just that green. It's not the first time we've seen that color, is it? Yeah, it's not. Alright. Has been updated in the court record. Alright, can we look at this? Because I don't remember who was green. Whoops, that's the wrong one. I don't remember who was green. Windabank. Lars fired Mason. Windabank. Unknown. Okay, so these are the same. Oh! It's the Egbert Benedict guy. Oh! The Egbert Benedict guy was here too! Oh! This is how we prove that he was here! Okay, this is how we prove he was here. The prosecution has established the accused's motive, opportunity, and baseness of character. Yeah, by ruining her image. There is nothing more to add. He's so animated. Screw this guy. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decision and rest my case. I don't believe it. I had the jury on my side for once for all 5 minutes.
Oh dear, It wasn't even for 5 minutes, Bruno.
My lord. I wonder if I might say something at this point. Alright, Foreman, what you got? Been stumbling about in a bit of fog up to now, if truth be told, but all of a sudden, the answer's bloody obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for— I feel like you said this earlier. Oh no. Alright. Very well, the court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you present your learnings to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
Alright.
Guilty.
Okay.
Guilty.
Okay.
Guilty.
Alright, buddy.
Guilty.
Okay.
Guilty.
Okay. Come on, guys. Let me play the game. Whew, I need water. We have a consensus among the jury, it seems. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
That's my line. I wrote that for Hurley. Oh, how dare he use it against us?
Don't worry, Iris. I don't think we're finished yet. There's still more to this case than we realize. There must be, because here's one thing I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windibank. That's beyond any doubt. Very well. We will proceed with the second examination of the day. Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready? The squadron is primed and ready for action, sir. Nothing that's stirring the pot and causing some juror beef can't fix, am I right? Hell yeah! Time to cook once more. Time to stir the pot. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have now determined the defendant to be guilty. Alright, I think we're gonna do this, and then for the sake of my throat, we're gonna call it a night. Jury's contentions. Alright guys, what you got? Once a rogue, always a rogue, I say. Defend free to us law-abiding citizens. As only 2 bullets were found at the scene, I would say the whole case is done and dusted. You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth here. Every which way you look at it, it was that pickpocket. I never imagined that simple operation would cause me such grief. Oh, he's still stuck about it. I gotta press him again. The accused attempted a theft on the previous day. I can see I'm in for a busy day indeed. I am ballistics expert. I have seen many shootings. There's nothing I do not know about guns. Look at the mouse! Look at the little bunny! Oh, look at the mouse! It would seem there is little remaining room for doubt. I have to admit, I was rather bowled over by the argument put forward by the chap in black. When that fell apart like a house of cards, I saw that I'd jolly well been hoodwinked. Well, no more. The courtroom is turning against me.
Is that fair?
Iris?
That prosecutor's being mean. Just because Ginny's done something she shouldn't have done in the past, that doesn't make her a murderer.
Alright, buddy, pour your glass of wine. Allow me to savor this fruity vintage while I savor the spectacle of your fruitless debate on the matter. Here's to the truth coming out. Eventually. Yeah, it'll eventually come out because of us and not you. That's enough preamble. Counsel, proceed with the summation examination. Yeah, go Ryunosuke, go! Yes, my lord. There he goes again! Defense's rebuttal! Alright, I'm gonna trust the old guy first.
Hold it!
Hey, what you got? What's up? Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defendant's life is on line here. Why, does he have a sword? I don't know. Wait, which guy? I'm gonna be honest, I forgot. Does Van Zeeks have a sword? Well, the thing is, I couldn't really say that it has nothing to do with this trial to be... Did he lose, like, a bullet? Oh. Runa? Oh, it's because I belonged to, Kazuma, which is the guy, his best friend, who was originally supposed to be the lawyer, but then he died on his way here, so now we're taking up his mantle. You know. Huh? I mean, there's no question that the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach. That's quite inexplicable, don't you think? Oh, he performed surgery on Sherlock Holmes, and he lost the bullet. So, there were actually 3 guns. I almost don't want to ask, but the surgery you've been muttering about all this time, you were operating on... What was the fellow's name now? Herlick? No. Herlock? No. Hairlock. Herlock Sholmes by any chance? Yes, good lord! It was that Hairlock fellow! What? Look, you're not a surgeon that operated on Mr. Sholmes? I hope you didn't lose that bullet in him! That's right. While using the very latest anesthesia techniques, I might add. It was a fairly major op, I can tell you. This is crazy. Let me see. The fellow was brought in not long after midnight, if I recall correctly. Sherlock Holmes, my favorite detective. Yo, he's got the cosmetic products sponsorship. They said he'd been shot by some criminal or other, so I opened up like a shot. But the funny thing is, I went over his insides with a fine-tooth comb and couldn't find the bullet anywhere. So I'm afraid I had to throw up my hands and just stitch the fellow back up. Guys. I hate to state the obvious, but... Yes? Surely that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting. The counsel for the defense is correct, as is clearly shown in this photographic print. The bullet that the Skulker brothers fired at Mr. Sholmes hit him in the stomach region, then resurrected his body and launched into the shop wall where the calendar was hanging by the door. I think you'll find it's really quite simple if you just consider the problem 3-dimensionally. Huh, who do you think I am, son? Well, juror number 4 is about the best I can do. As soon as I saw the wound to the man's stomach, I flipped him over. Oh, the bullet didn't go through him, huh? Like a pancake? Are you saying that you checked his back? Of course I did, and there wasn't a trace of injury. No sign that the bullet had left the body at all. What? That's the point! The only logical conclusion was that the bullet was still somewhere in the man's innards! Which is exactly why I set about slicing him up! And I'm still none the wiser even now! How many times do I have to say it? Sherlock just has a bullet in him! He's just walking around! Can someone please explain how it happened? Can someone please solve this mystery? It's almost as much as a mystery as to how this jury was put together. Oh man! Alright, we gotta pit... Okay. We have to pit this guy against this guy, right? So he can explain. These 2 statements are clearly the idea that all I do these 2 statements clearly contradict the idea that all I do is pictures against each other. Oh, a ballistics expert. Pitting. P-I-T-T. In the night in question, Mr. Sholmes was shot by one of the Skulkin brothers, but since there was no sign of an exit wound on his back, we must assume that the bullet didn't pass through him. However, no bullet was found lodged in Mr. Sholmes' body either. Furthermore, a bullet was found lodged in the wall of the shop where Mr. Sholmes was shot. Juror number 6? Hello, my name is Vivian. Pleased to meet you. There's apparent contradiction in the facts that is so clearly troubling for juror number 4. Are you able to explain the mystery? Yeah, explain it to us, please. I have seen very similar situation in Motherland. Oh! It was night. There was blizzard. I was running away from Mountain Road in freezing cold. Golly! The snow was piling high on both sides of road. It was very narrow and dangerous. My pursuers had hunting rifles and they were on dog sheds. Mental note, don't ask them any questions. I was shot from behind, and I fell down in the snow. And this situation was very similar to what I hear today from Doctor. They could not find bullet in my body. And no sign of, how do you say, exit wound. Then where did the bullet go? Bullet never hit me. Huh? Huh? Well, if it never hit you, why do you fall down? Oh! From the force of it! bullet hit frozen wall very close to my side. What? One small piece, very sharp, broke away from lump of ice and pierced my body. It made deep wound that looks just like bullet wound. Ah! Good gracious. Of course, piece of ice quickly melted inside me. And that is solution to mystery of disappearing bullet. So how does that factor in to here? But that doesn't answer the question at all! The shooting happened in a pawnbroker's shop. Not some snowy mountain road in another country! I still think this can be applied. Just an idea, but we might not be looking at exactly the same scenario here.
Bruno, where exactly was Hurley shot again?
Yeah, the stomach. Well, according to the report, in his stomach. Sort of around this area, I think.
Well, that's precisely where he always wears a little pouch in his belt.
Oh, he got hit with like something in the pouch. A pouch? Actually, I might have noticed something like that.
Yes, a pouch. It's where he keeps 3 glass vials of very dangerous chemicals that he uses in his investigations. God damn it, Sholmes!
What? Really? Doctor, where's the pouch Mr. Sholmes was wearing? Well, the fellow had nothing like that on his person when he arrived at the hospital, as far as I remember. If I may. Oh, Venzeeks? While I realize it is forbidden for the prosecution to interject during a summation examination, I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom. Bring it in! Sorry. As I understand it, when the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Sholmes injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound. Oh, thank goodness! I thought I was forgetting for a moment. Since then, it has been in my safekeeping along with all other evidence pertaining to the case. I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred. Yo! Wow! Thanks for the vouch. Very well. Well, extremely unconventional during a summation examination. I must demand the prosecution presents the item in question with all speed. Bring forth Mr. Herlock Sholmes' pouch! Alright, guys. I see. Ah! It was this one! So this is the pouch worn by Mr. Sholmes on the night in question, is it? Look at that! One of the files is broken and the leather around it is scorched black. It's almost as if the file exploded. Oh, the file exploded and hit it. That's what injured him. Exploded. So, that night, the bullet from the Skulkin brothers' gun struck Mr. Sholmes' pouch. And it was the glass file exploding that caused the fellow's injury? This bullet did not penetrate victim, but was deflected into wall of shop. No, I don't think that's the case. I think it's still in his pouch. A delightfully complex aroma. Well, it would appear one mystery has been solved at least. Though it has no bearing on the truth of this case. Haha! Let me examine it! Give it to me right now! Hand it over! Hand it over! Hand it over! Wait, do we have it? We do not. Okay. The bungling and burgling brothers shot the detective, and the accused shot the pawnbroker. The pertinent facts of the case remain unaltered. Ugh. But at least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight. Yeah, you didn't leave a bullet in a random guy's stomach. Thank you, young man! Ah, thank you very much. Glad I could help. If to his bearing on the conundrum just solved, the court will sequester this scruffy pouch as evidence.
Hurley's pouch isn't scruffy!
Alright, there we go. Alright, we gotta examine this. We gotta examine this. Hand it over. Give it to me. Hand it over to me right now. There's a bullet right there! Are you kidding? There was another gun! This is how we prove it. This file has been smashed to pieces. Presumably, this is where the bullet struck.
As soon as the bullet hit the chemical in that file, there would have been a really big explosion.
Oh, what about the scalpel that he lost? Is he not worried about that? Oh, I kind of forgot that he lost his scalpel too. I hope that's not just in Sholmes' somewhere. Big explosion.
Well, Hurley's potions and chemicals are amazingly useful for the investigation work he does. But they're also quite tricky to handle. Safely, at least. They're very dangerous.
I'm sure that when this file broke, the chemical inside would have ignited. Ignited? Note it to self. Always walk through the right-hand side of Sholmes in the future. The left is a danger zone. Okay, hang on. I think I have to inspect it from here. It's really scorched badly just here.
Oh, the strap is broken. Look!
This must be where the bullet hit then.
Let me see.
Open it? Yeah, there it is. It's still in there. Alright, just let's grab that real quick. Oh, what the? Iris, look! Behind where the broken file was. Did you see it?
Oh, that's the Skokin brothers' bullet.
What a stroke of luck that it is, Pouch. This is an amazing discovery. What this means is there were 3 bullets fired at Windobanks that night.
Hell yeah! We found exactly what that juror was talking about. The 3rd bullet.
It's time to press that juror again, I think. Alright, 3rd bullet. The projectile lodged in Mr. Sholmes' pouch. Alright, I think we got everything out of this. It would appear the defense is somewhat struggling to alter opinion. No, give me a chance! Please, my lord, a little more time. After all, that's a new piece of evidence. It could be a valuable clue, and you can't afford to overlook anything here, Ryunosuke. Hell yeah, we just found it! There's still a way to turn this around. Somehow, I'm sure of it. Okay, who is it? Oh, here we go. Hang on, give me a second. Not present.
Hold it!
Press, right? It's the number of bullets that has you convinced.
Only 2 bullets were fired,
And the 2 guns that were fired, them have been examined by the police. When the parlor maid asks me how many are invited for dinner, I always tell her to count the table settings. Well, that's logical. Oh, I could have just presented. I'm stupid. Oops. Although, yes, sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing. 1 or 2 guests rather like the fine china. Oh, doesn't your employer dine with thieves? So I suppose, if there was another bullet somewhere of which we were unaware, I'd have to reconsider my position. A 3rd bullet somewhere on the scene. Could that be possible? I can prove it! Allow me to show you then. The 3rd bullet. Do we just literally have to show the 3rd bullet?
Take that!
There we go. Hello. Here it is. We discovered it just now. Yes! On the night in question in Windobank's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired!
Hold it!
Yeah! Hi, Van Zeeks! What is this new trickery, you Nipponese conjurer? Where did you find that bullet? In the pouch. It was lodged inside Mr. Sholmes' pouch. What? This pouch was removed from around Mr. Sholmes' waist before he was taken to the hospital, and since then it has been touched by no one. Do you mean to say that the shots fired by the Skokin brothers that night? Yes, as your lordship has surmised, it hit this pouch. But that makes no sense whatsoever! We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Sholmes. No, we don't! It's in there! We just listened to the story! It's clearly visible in this photographic print. Oh. 2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence. Yes, that of Mr. Winterbank and that belonging to the Skokin brothers. An examination of both guns revealed that only a single bullet had been fired from each. Ah! But that must be... Yeah, there's a 3rd one. Number 3, guys! That's right. We now know that on the night in question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene. And until that incontrovertible inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment. Yeah, get done in, Van Zeeks! Yeah! Oh my god, even that damage fight is so extra! What is this man on? While the summation examination remains incomplete, the court has been presented with new facts. Facts that would appear to shake the very foundations upon which the case against the defendant has been built. Alright. As it is my prerogative in this situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination. By Jupiter! Yo, he's ending it early? Yo, let's go, Judge! What? Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to the stand at once. Oh, he's bringing it back immediately! Let's go! Hi, guys! Hey, so what's up? Okay, I did say that I would end off stream after that summation examination. because my throat cannot handle anymore. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I apologize for such the short stream. I'll try to drink more water. But we'll continue this next time. Next week, probably. I should save again. God damn it. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you'd like, come join the Discord server. We have fun here, I swear. If you want to see my art or other people's art, come look at my Twitter. But Twitter's kind of dying, so come look at my Tumblr instead. And if you want to watch past streams, come look at the YouTubes. That's all I got for you guys tonight. We'll see you on Friday for some good old Hunter Rank and IDV. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Have a good night.